Okay, let's unbox and have a quick look at the Nazgul Evoque. If you haven't heard, this is the latest and greatest from iFlight. It's a 5-inch 6L quad. It sells for between $420 and $475 if you can find it during the global shortage. It looks like they've upgraded their packaging just a little bit. Things are nice and neat, clean, and well packaged. I wouldn't expect this would get damaged at all during shipping. You've got your normal stickers. That's par for the course. It comes with 2 sets of the gray Nazgul props on these little spindles, so nice and handy, keeps them nice and neat. Outside of the color, these are the same blades that came with the Nazgul 5 version 1 and version 2, as far as I can tell. As you can see, it comes with extra straps. That's always a bonus. Embedded in the packaging and all the little nooks and crannies are your antennas, prop nuts, all the added little extra bonuses and things that you're going to need to set the quad up to fly it. It comes with 2 sets of rubber standoffs, so you could either have a double thick pad or you can replace them. I haven't seen one come with double standoffs before, but that's definitely a bonus. The packaging has definitely improved over the V1 and the V2 versions of this kit, although it's still rather rudimentary. They're not wasting any money on packaging, which is great. I'd rather have more product. It also comes with a GoPro mount and some jumpers for adding support for your battery right to the board. They also provided a Type-C connector, which, as long as it transfers data, that's a nice little touch. As you can see, the quad is very snug in the packaging. I wouldn't expect this to get damaged during shipping. These were shipped to me from Amazon in just this box with a padded envelope over it. Outside of a few crinkles in the box, it arrived perfect. I'm going to add some overlays here to give you actual information about the quad. It's interesting, when they shipped this to me, they added the wrong stickers to each of the motors for spinning, and as I'm looking at it, I have to admit it confused me, and it took me a few moments to realize that the blues are actually opposite, and each of the colors should be identical. It would refer to each of the 2 different types of props that you typically receive. In this case, I'm looking at trying to figure out how I would make this a props out configuration, and I must admit it had me boggled until I realized that one of the blue ones was incorrect. So the end fix here is this is a nice touch to add these so that someone new to the hobby can easily set up their quad, but when they get it wrong, this could really confuse somebody who's new. So this should be a props out configuration, meaning it'll come out from the middle to the outside, from the front, out of the middle, and around to the sides in the back, and nothing will get pulled into the quad when you run into it. That's how I think most newbies should start. That's how I started a couple weeks ago, and it's saved me a lot of hassles from getting just wrecked, getting pulled into trees and bushes. Now, the actual motors are unbranded. They don't have anything stapled on them. This is the 6L version. I'm going to add an overlay here and tell you what it cost from Amazon, as well as an overlay that shows you sort of what's included and just a few points of what's important about this. I'll put it somewhere in here below. I'm not really sure, but I'll grab the information off of Amazon for you and display it. So while you're looking at the information, I want to point out that there's quite a bit of TPU in this, which is printed on a 3D printer, and it's sort of a flexible plastic, and it's getting very popular in the drone hobby circle. This comes with quite a bit of green fluorescent TPU that does everything from hold your battery wires in place to protect your motor. So it's a nice little add-on. Now you're going to have a lot of things that people throw out in videos: Caddx, Vista, Polar, Pro. So the Vista is the air unit. It's made by DJI. And then you have different cameras. In this instance, it's a Caddx Polar, which has really good night vision. You can see it embedded in the front. They're typically silver. I have this on a couple of the quads that I purchased recently. I really like this camera in low light. During the daytime, I've seen better cameras, but for low light situations, it's a great camera. So I now have 2 iFlight quads, and I like them more than any of the other quads I own. I have the V1 Nazgul, and then I have this Evoque. I'm going to do a comparison video, and I'm going to tack a little bit of the obligatory dubstep laced music to the end of this with some flight footage so you can see it. All right, peace.